Hey now, take a step outside and seize the day now. Set aside your worries, it's okay now. The sun is here to stay.
Whoops. Sorry. Oh. 539,742. Yeah. That's one. Whoops. Beg your pardon. Hello, Gleb's Chill House. Nice to see you. Nice to see everybody that's new. I was asked to start off by talking about the raffles. Let's just get up there so I can get the comments up. So we can see where we are. Turn that off. So I was asked to talk about the old raffles and how you enter and all the rest of it, which is also easy. So all you got to do is you go over to where you put the www.bit in at the top. You go over to tgbchraffle.com. www. You don't have to even type the www in, tgbchraffle.com. And then when you go over there, on every single, there are a couple of raffles where it's just a free entry. So you literally just click a button and you're in the draw. But the ones where you also pay, each one's got a free entry. And the free entry voucher code is usually in the title for that particular draw. So you just copy that voucher code. If you only want to get one entry and you don't want to spend any money, that's fine. And then you go to your basket, add one to your basket, go to your basket. There's a bit there that says put in your voucher code, put the voucher code in, apply code, Bob's your uncle. Nice and easy. Hello everybody, hello Belfast. John Warren, hello mate, I hope you're well. Nanny Sue, hello there lovely. Lorna, hello my lovely. What we got? Lorna says we've got the mug and t-shirt and £70 is getting drawn today. We've had some more silver coins go up in the raffles. And then every day for the next month, there's more silver coins going to go up. All them Canadian ones, if you remember, all of those can go up. Hello, Anthony. So we've got raffles closing in 20 minutes. So if you want to go over there and get your tickets in those ones. So today's raffles are, there's a mug and a t-shirt. That's both to one prize, mug and a t-shirt. Oh, I was going to put my t-shirt on. I didn't put it on. That's terrible. I was going to make sure I put that on every time now. Smack on the wrist. And £70 to spend in a shop. So there's a couple that are getting drawn today. I thought there was another one, but maybe not. Katie, hello my love. Kian, hello. Jody, hello, nice to see you. Chippy Doodle Coins, hello Angela. Nice of you all to pop in. So there we are. I was just going through paperwork for investments and stuff and sorting out ones that are settled. So I was making a separate pile of those, little job I was doing just as I came online then. I did a video today on silver proofs. Pardon me. Mug and t-shirt is 2 winners. I beg your pardon. Mug and t-shirt is 2 winners. 2 winners. Oh, a mug and a t-shirt each, or a mug for one and a t-shirt for one? What is it? I can't remember. A mug for one and a t-shirt for one, or a mug and t-shirt and a mug and t-shirt each? Okay. You're more on the ball than I am, Chris. So yeah, it was a bit of an honest review. I've put the coins up for sale, and I put 2 coins up for no, I put one of each up for the 125 quid. So it will be interesting to see how long that sits there. I expect that to sit there for quite some time. And then I don't see where I can enter. So you have to go to TGB, T for Tommy, G for Golf, B for Bravo, C for Charlie, H for Hotel. So that's TGBCH. T for Tango, G for Golf, B for Bravo, C for Charlie, H for Hotel. TGBCH Raffle, RAFFLE, Romeo Alpha, Foxtrot, Lima, Echo. Raffle.com. Go there. That's where you got to go. You go there because it's all computerized. See, none of this putting people's names in drawers. That's what we've got to do. We've got to do the Patreon draw. And that means I've got to click off to go onto it to write the names down. So we're going to have, oh, I messed that up a little bit. We might have to do that one on Friday. We might do that one on Friday. Because that is the only one where I physically got to have people's names in a little thing and pull one out and do it on live. So I've sort of messed that up a little bit. But I might have messed that up in a way that will do me a favour. Because obviously, take a positive out of a negative. I just ballsed up there. But we could gain a little bit of positivity out of that by saying, well, now you've got until Friday to join Patreon. Because if you join Patreon between now and Friday, you'll be in the draw on Friday for 100 quid's worth and 50 quid's worth. So, so if you haven't joined us on Patreon and you've been thinking about it, now's the time to join. And that is www.patreon.com/TGBCH. TGBCH is because I've got no teeth. Tango Golf Bravo Charlie Hotel. And if you sign up between now and Friday, you'll be included in Friday's draw. You might think I did that on purpose just to screw an extra couple of memberships out of it. I didn't. Good idea, but I didn't. I just literally forgot. Yeah. Learning my phonetic alphabet. So that's where we are on that. What was I just talking about? Oh yeah, that's where we are on that. So, and they're also going up in the raffles. So there's a link there if you want to join us on Patreon. Hello. Oh, hello, John. You've just yeah. All right. Well, let me get back to you because at the moment I'm on. So you've literally. That's all right. You've just caught me while I'm on. So yeah. No, I'm on at the minute. So I'll have to give you a call back later. But I'll have a chat to you. All right, mate. No worries. No worries. It's all right. See you later. Bye. Right, somebody didn't realise that I was on, so I'll catch up with them later. Is the sharers raffle for people sharing posts on Facebook or for people buying shares? Might sound silly, but I'm a bit confused. Not really. It's a good question. We didn't even think about that question, and normally I try and think of all the different ways around it. But no, quite right. It's for the people sharing on Facebook and so on, and it's something we're trying to sort of put together. So no rush on that. It's going to be if we can get that sorted. It's a little bit more complicated for Chris than what he was hoping, but if when we get it sorted, then we'll get it sorted, and we'll have a free draw for sharers. So for the people that share on share the raffle pages. So all the different raffles that are up, you'll notice that on every page there's a share button for Facebook and Twitter and all of that. And if you share the pages, then you can get entered into a draw just for the people that are doing the sharing. So that's a sort of way of saying, you know, thanks for doing the sharing, but you sort of give it to one person, you have a draw every now and again. And we're trying to work on a way of doing that. But it has to be done. You have to do it from sharing on the links on the raffle site. Hello, Sean. Nice to see you. You have to do it from sharing the links on the raffle site. We've only got about 5 minutes left now. If anybody's just joined us and you want to get a ticket in today's draws, the links are there. I believe the links are on Facebook as well. And there's some links here on YouTube, which will take you straight to them, to the raffles that are finishing, which is if you go up a little bit, tgbchraffle.com, and then it should show you ending first. Or you can get it to sort, you know, ending first. But in order to be able to join the sharers raffle, free draw for people that are doing the sharing, you've got to share the pages from TGBCH Raffle, not from Facebook. So of course we have a different thing going on with sharing on Facebook. You can share from TGBCH Raffle to Facebook, but it would only link you if you're sharing direct from the raffle site. It won't link you for the draw if you're sharing from Facebook. So you've got two different kinds of sharing going on. Do you see what I mean? I hope that's not too complicated. Sort of two different types of sharing going on. So hello to everybody on Facebook. It's nice for you to join us, Sean. Shout out to Sean there. And everybody else on Facebook, thank you very much. If you haven't joined the raffles, join, because you can do it for free. Yes, I want money out of you. And if you fancy having a couple of quid extra, that's great, but you don't have to. And you don't have to put your bank details in order to get your free ticket like you have to do on a lot of other places. You just get your free entry, nice and simple. I like to try and keep everything simple. And if you haven't seen that video that I put up, you know, about the silver proofs and everything, have a look at it, because it's, you know, it is surprising, and you might get yourself some cheap silver proofs for 25 quid. Go and have a look at that video. So we're getting close now to the other one. Some of the people that have won in the competitions of late, the free competitions and whatever, paper competitions, some of those people have spent and got their goods, and some of them haven't yet. So to those that haven't, I mean, at the end of the day, I always say there is no time limit. I'm just knocking that off because RJ's had that now. So no, there is no time limit. You can do it in 6 months' time. That's fine. I'll just have bits of paper everywhere. I hope everybody's well and you're not having any problems getting your shopping in. Now, I was thinking I'd like a little bit of direction, right? So for the people that are watching, I'd like a little bit of interactiveness here. So I was wondering, now TGBCH Raffles it's just for the raffles side of things for the moment. And obviously it helps us turn over stock and raise money. There's the link for the latest video. Hello, Chloe. Nice to see you, love. There's the link for the latest video. That's the one I put up for silver proofs. If you want to go and invest in silver proofs and you've got a few quid to spend, 25 quid each, then you can go and watch that video. So what was I saying? Yeah, so I was saying something about the raffles, wasn't I? You can, yeah, we want your money, of course we do, but you can enter all of them for free. So every single raffle that we've got up, you can enter for free. And there's lots and lots of silvers up there. There's lots of packages out there. New dinosaurs. Elton John one's going to go up there. We might have Queen up there already. If not, we're going to have Queen up there. 166 watching across all streams. And don't forget, as well as the silvers, we've got the gold. So there's a gold proof up there, which you can get for free or just £1 extra. It's entirely up to you. And if you have a little play on the scratch cards, you can win some vouchers, which will entice you to spend a bit of money. That's what they're for. Don't go on there thinking, oh, this is all free. This is all free. There's no such thing as free. When somebody like me gives it to you for free, they're giving it to you for free for a reason. And it's because ultimately they want you to dig deep in your pocket and get some money out. Hello, Ian. Nice to see you, mate. So you've probably got just a couple of minutes left to get in there on the last draws. If you haven't had a go for free, get in there for free. My code won't work that I want to down a scratch card. Thanks, Nanny, for having a little issue, because then that just prompts me to say, look, normally what happens is when somebody has a problem, they tend to text me and say, Ian, I've got a problem, this, that, whatever. If anybody's got a problem with the old Raffle site or anything to do with the Raffle site, it's best if you write down the email address, admin@tgbchraffle.com. I mean, I know we're live and I know you're able to say it, but now, and Chris will look into it, but while we're talking, but just saying to everybody, if you've got any issues, don't text me or email me or ask me, only because all I'm going to do is go back and ask Chris. I'm going to say, Chris, so-and-so said this. Chris, so-and-so said that. And then he's going to say to me, all right, well, this is what I say to that. And then I'm going to pass that on to you. So I might as well just put the two of you together. Email Chris direct, admin@tgbchraffle.com. Any problems, he'll sort that for you. What did you win, Danny? Chris wants to know. On the scratch card, what was the code that won't work? Was it just a free go, or was it one of those where you get 7 if you pay a fiver, or 10 if you pay a fiver, or something like that? So, of course, there's lots of those on there. Just send an email to that address and it's thrown it back twice, which is why I've asked. No, I wasn't saying for you. I'm saying I'm glad you asked, because it gives me the opportunity to just say over and again to people to email in. But, of course, you know, we are live. You are able to say. That's cool. And even more so if you're having problems with the email. Just make sure you've got the right address. TGBCH Raffle, RAFFLE.com. So admin@tgbchraffle.com, just to make sure you've got your phone to the right address. Just in case you're sending it to the Great British Coin Hunt email. Hi, Katie. Nice to see you. What are you doing off anyway? It's early. You're not supposed to be at home. Or you're on your phone at college, school, or you're not even at school. I don't know. I've lost track now. I've absolutely lost track. Yours is I was just thinking what your collection is. Your collection is mainly 50p's like that, isn't it? I think. So we'll have a little look into that for you, Nanny, to see what we can come up with on that. Make sure you tell Mum and Dad I said hello. I'll throw them a kiss. So, what else was he talking about? Yes, raffles in a minute now. It's going to be done. This is what I used. Please, can you post the email address so I can see it? Yeah, of course. I'll do that right now for you. So, it is admin, and then you can copy it at tgbchraffle.com. Because when I first started doing it, Nanny, and Chris was telling me, and I was talking about it, I kept saying, even on the videos, I kept saying tgbchraffles.com, and I kept putting an S on the end, and of course there isn't one. So I was messing people about. Scott's here. Hello, we're here too. Katie is homeschool at the moment due to school closed and high risk. Guys, it's got to be, it's lovely, isn't it? All this time off school. Get up, oh, take time, come downstairs, oh, get breakfast, oh, start school about 11 o'clock in the morning. Cool, I'd have loved that when I was a kid. Wouldn't we all? You'd have loved that when you was a kid, when you just got, oh, just, yeah, come down, get a bit of cereal, have a cup of tea, maybe watch a little cartoon, start school about 11 o'clock. That's exactly the address I use, so I don't know what's wrong with them. I know what we'll do, Nanny. Right, so, Nanny, let me have your attention, because I know this will work. Because I've fixed a problem like this before, doing a similar thing. So, text me your email address, Nanny. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to pass that email address on to Chris, and then get Chris to send you an email from within tgbchraffle.com. So that if that email gets through to you, then you can click reply, and then it will get through to us. Why that will be happening, I have absolutely no idea. Chris says he's got Nanny Sue's email. Okay, try sending her an email, Chris. Say when it's sent, and then Nanny can try and find it on her computer, even if she has to look in the junk, and then hopefully she should be able to reply to that. Frustrating, isn't it? Sorry about that, Nanny. Frustrating, you know, technology. Technology is wonderful when it works. My God, is it a pain when it doesn't. And I got the old silver coins out, and I was showing them on the thing. So now, look at all the raffles. Oh. This is just some of. I bought one of these, and you're supposed to put your phone on it, and then as you're talking, it will follow you around the room. I can't make it work. No, 40 quid on the spell. Thought it'd be 40 quid well spent. So we've got in here, we've got look at that, we've got one of them, Nosaurus, Rupert Bear collection in the raffle. We've got the Pantomime collection in the raffle, and the Peter Pan collection in the raffle, and Wallace and Gromit, the new 50 plus Wallace and Gromit. You can't really see it, it's not very brilliant. It's all right, it's not my favourite. The one with a little dollop on it, that was a swizz, wasn't it? What a con. What an absolute con. You can just imagine a meeting going on. That's what I always imagine when things happen and things come out. It's like, where did that idea come from? Who came up with that idea? Was there a load of people sat in a meeting room? And as they're sat in a meeting room and they're talking about budgets and how they've got to get more money in, and someone goes, you know what, I've got this really good idea. Why don't we redo the Britannia yet again, really flog the arse out of it, and we'll put a little dollop. And then we'll say it's different. And all the collectors have still won it. That was a swizz. Gruffalo and Mouse. That's nice. And then we've got all the silvers. Nom Nom Nomosaurus. There's the old Flopsy Bunny. They're lovely, they are. I like all these. I like all the silvers. I like the coloured coins. I think it would be really nice, be a really cool idea if they was to do coloured coins and put them in circulation. There's Taylor of Gloucester reading the newspaper. There's no doubt about it, they're beautiful coins. The mintage is so wrong. So wrong, it's unbelievable. Let's have a look at this mintage on here. Let's have a look at it. And I'm a dealer saying stuff like this, you know, it's crap. I won't buy into that pretending that it's a really good buy and you're gonna make money on this and load of old rubbish. I mean, coins ain't a load of old rubbish. Nice. What they've done is a load of old rubbish. 40,000 of those with another 30,000 like this. That's 70,000. Unless there's only 10,000 of these and 30,000 of these. Even that don't make sense. I mean, it reads like, to me, unless any of you are going to tell me different, it reads to me like that's 40,000 plus 30,000 to me. That makes 70,000. And I think, you know, if you're going to make 70,000 silver coins, I think you should be arrested. I do. I think they should be arrested because there's just no value in tying your money up in that at the full retail price. 2018 Paddington silver proof mintages are 60,000 each. Too high, says Kian. Way too high. Way too high. That's not a reputable company aiming something at the coin collector market that people who like Paddington will buy into as well, therefore making the investment a better investment for everybody concerned because the price goes up. Right, what they're doing instead is they're making the product to suit the market that is beyond you and the coins, completely ignoring you and the coins and going for the market of people that will buy into Paddington. Doesn't matter that they're overproducing and therefore destroying the value of their own product. It makes no difference because they can sell it and get it out there and just get it into 60,000 ounces. £4.2 million at 60 quid each, as Popcoin points out. It is a complete and utter joke, and you know, and it's our fault. It's my fault. It's your fault. It's everybody's fault because we buy into it. They don't bring a new coin out, and all of us in solidarity, dealers and collectors, go, nah, not having it. We're not going to buy any. Now you're stuck. Now you've got 50,000. You've got to melt down. Won't happen, will it? You can't get that kind of solidarity. And so, you know, with no controls and so on, they'll just keep doing it and doing it and doing what they've been doing for the last few years, and they've been getting worse. But the coins are lovely. The coins are absolutely lovely. What's that one? Mrs. Tittlemouse. The old Mrs. Tittlemouse one. Nearly dropped it. Beautiful. Beautiful. I bought a fair few. I bought 10 of these because this is the one, I think this is the one that fetches the most money on eBay. Just for a circulated coin, which is the Peter Rabbit munching a carrot. And this one that's in the raffle is number 917, 917. And they had mintage of 45,000 and 1,500 in limited edition packs. Why 1,500 of this and 30,000 of that in limited edition packs? That makes sense, does it? You cannot possibly have the same amount of people that can all collect a set each. not possible. Is it the? Yes, the one munching the carrot. Look. Nanny Sue, you should have a new voucher code in your inbox. That's the one munching a carrot. Starts getting blurry, doesn't it? And again, beautiful coin. I mean, the colours on it, beautiful. It's just a shame that they have to go to town on them images and rip everybody off. But doing what I'm doing now, I can bring you all of them. All the silvers, everything, put them up in a raffle, and you've got a chance of winning them for £1. Or whatever. I know it's not supposed to be a carrot. It's supposed to be a. What was the row? Wasn't it? Was it something like Beatrix Potter wrote in the book that he was munching a stick of celery, and they've given him a carrot? Isn't that it? Is that what it's supposed to be? Yes, I will, Kian. Wallace and Gromit Silver. I'll get one of those. As soon as you see it come up for sale on Change Checker or something like that, give me a link and I'll get one and we'll put it up in a raffle. Oh, radishes, that's right. She write about him eating radishes and they've pictured him eating a carrot. Do you know what I mean? Oh, my shoulders. Oh, that hurts. Ow. Oh, raffle time. Now remember, I'm in most of the raffles now, so if I win, I'm having the prize, and then I'm going to put it up in auction, and I'm going to raise money for the food bank. So, in all of the raffles, you're now playing against the food bank. What's this one for? First one is for. Lots of people in it. First winner is for. Dun, 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 dun. What's it for? What's it for? Where's my bit of paper? Samantha Allman. Right, hang on, what was that for? A bit of paper. Heading at the top of the paper, talk about Bill Gates. I think we've done that. Bill Gates, string him up. Right, raffles. And today is the 8th, isn't it? 8th of July, 2020. And we've got Samantha Allman. Mug and t-shirt raffle first. Right, Samantha. So you've got a mug and a t-shirt on its way to Samantha Allman. And we're now doing another one. That'll be automatically sent to you, Samantha. Nothing, you won't need to do anything because we'll have your address details, no doubt, on the site. Second winner. Who's the second winner? Come on, Ian. Kelly Curtis. Samantha Allman, Kelly Curtis. Both get t-shirt and mug. Right. Chris, just by the way, so you can do another one, you know, when we finish, you can do another one for a t-shirt and a mug, and we'll just do one, you know, one prize of a t-shirt and a mug, because we've got lots of other raffles as well now. So we have 2 prizes in today's one for a t-shirt and a mug. And then we're going to redo it again so people can also have another win in that. Win it again. That's the first raffle out of the way. And we'll automatically send that to you. This one is for £70 to spend in the shop. Ooh, look at all them entries. I want to see so many entries on that board that I can't read it. That's what I want to see. I'm back. It didn't work. Tell Chris. I've WhatsApped you a screenshot of what I get back. Okay, Nanny, we'll look into that. Nanny Sue. Excellent. Excellent. How freaky is that? Well done, Nanny. Now, you can add that, Nanny, to... Have you got anything else to spend at the moment, or are we even? Let me just have a look on my... Are you anything in hand, or are we even Stevens at the minute, up until this 70 quid? I have got something on here, but I'm not sure if you had that. Yeah, £60. Oh, you didn't have that. Okay. Right, so we'll now cross that out. £60. Nanny Sue plus 60. Nanny Sue, 130. So now you've got 130, Nanny. You know exactly what to do, don't you? So I don't need to tell you what to do. Cool. So we've now taken your balance to 130. And you can use that on wherever you like. Cool. So that's, we ain't got any other raffles to do today, have we? So that's all the raffles today, I think. Yeah, there's no time limit, Nanny. So Nanny says she'll go on later and order what she wants. There's no time limit. So as you know, you can spend it whenever you like. We both know how much it is. So that's all right. What else did I do? I'll tell you something else I did. I'm going to show you this. I'll show you one of this online, but what do you think of the quality of those? Now, I know you can see one or two, like that pound coin that's a little bit knackered there. But let's just pick some out. I mean, that one actually, that mark, it's an Isle of Man pound coin, but that mark, don't know what will get that mark off. Maybe bicarbonate of soda, something like that. Now, we're talking about cleaning coins here. Is what we're talking about. Are you going to do any more cheap and cheerfully in? Yes, I've got 2 or 3 sheets got to go up ready. Well, I've got to finish them off. And then they can go up. I'm just trying to make sure they're not all the same. But I've got 2 or 3 or 4 sheets to go up. I think I might be able to complete. I might have a look at that today. Watch the listing, because it will be in the same listing. I'm not putting it in a different listing. So if you're watching the listing already, watch that listing and you might see it, add a couple of quantity to later. Nanny Sue, did you try to get 2 tickets? That is what the code is worth. Or did you just try to get 1 ticket? Because the code was worth 2 tickets. So, all right, so let's have a little look at, see that one? Got a bit of a green tinge to it. You could hardly see that coin. It was covered in green. Nothing to these. These ain't too bad, are they? Now, we're not talking about spanking quality. We're not talking about, you know, bouncy or anything. But For a circulated quality, that ain't bad, is it? They're pretty good. Look at that one. That's come up pretty good. And in fact, all of these, that one's got a few marks still on it. You can still see a couple of pit marks on it. But overall, now you might think, now why is Ian showing me these? There's nothing special about these. But then again, knowing Ian, there's going to be in a minute. The reason I'm showing you these is because every single one of these coins, every single one of them, without a shadow of a doubt, was filthy. Every single one of these. Could not get away with selling these. They are absolutely filthy. They are what I would have put into a cheap and cheerful sheet if I was doing a cheap and cheerful sheet of £2 coins and pound coins, which I'm not. Too valuable for that. 50p's I'm doing cheap and cheerful, and you know, you've got people like Angela that are just waiting for me to list it because they're in there. Like a ferret up a drain pipe, straight in there. But these, absolute garbage, this was. So I thought, well, we've got nothing to lose. It's all garbage, got nothing to lose. So I poured them all into a pot. And then I gave them all a can of Pepsi. That's all I used, can of Pepsi. There you go, Nanny. Just put there 2 tickets you'd like. What would you like 2 tickets in? Chris will do it for you. And yeah, I gave them a can of Pepsi, opened a can of Pepsi, poured it in, left it there for a couple of hours, went out and give them a quick rinse under the tap, dried them off, and they are like they are. And they are amazing because every single one of these I can actually get away with putting in a sheet of coins. Even those ones that have got the odd mark on, because they are the old £2 and they've got a little bit of a mark on, but I can get away with that mark now that they're cleaned up. But a can of Pepsi, the £250 draw, please, Chris, for those 2 tickets. Because I'm tight, Angela says. Well, you've got to do what you've got to do, mate. You know what I mean? You've got to go for the bargain sometimes. You know, I do. If I think there's an absolute bargain, like those silvers, it's like I can't lose money on those silvers. Not now, not when we're doing the raffles, because there's no way that we could put up a raffle and it take less than that. But you know, so now there's this thing about cleaning coins and the arguments that go on with cleaning coins and all the rest of it. And at the end of the day, if you're talking about a coin that's hundreds of years old, or it's a really rare coin like a 1933 penny, you know, then you wouldn't touch it. You would not clean it. You would not interfere with it, because to do so could damage and destroy its value. But if you're talking about a rare coin, when it comes to like the 1952 sixpence, that you could class that as a rare coin, because they withdrew all the 52 sixpences, and the only 1952 sixpences, if you remember the story, are the ones that came over from the West Indies in people's pockets and came into the country, because only one batch went out and it went to the West Indies. And that becomes a rare coin. Hello, Ryan, the gamer. Nice to see you, mate. And that becomes a rare coin, the 1952 sixpence. That's why it's priced at, you know, its retail price is like in the 15, 20 quid mark for a really good condition one. Now, a coin like that, even though it's rare to a degree, what the common coin collector would call a bit rare, I'd clean it. That ain't rare enough to not clean it. I'd clean it every day. I clean one of those. You know, so it's up to individual preference. What I'm saying is, you're not going to destroy the value of a 1952 sixpence if you clean it. You might destroy the value of a coin that's 450 years old, but even a rarish coin like a 52 sixpence you're not going to destroy it by cleaning it. A rare 1972 penny, worth about 15 or 20 quid, depending on condition. You're not going to destroy the value by cleaning it. You're going to increase the value by cleaning it, in my opinion. So, little tip for you. Coca-Cola, and I'll do it one day. I'll do a video, and we'll get a load of really dirty coins, and we'll do a Coca-Cola, and we'll see what comes out. Coca-Cola, salt, vinegar, tomato sauce, all that kind of stuff. It will eat into the dirt, but it also, like when you use it on copper, it will strip off any luster, and for copper, it leaves it kind of pinky finish. I've done it on some coins, but sometimes I'm happy with it, sometimes I'm not. He'll do that after the stream for you, Nanny, so you'll have your 2 tickets in that drawer. I think on the whole, you know, we're doing all right with it because for the amount of use that it's getting, there's not a great deal of complaints. I mean, that's not a complaint, and Nanny would probably be the first one to go, I wasn't complaining and I wasn't taking it that you was, but something going wrong is what I'm saying, you know, where somebody says, oh, look, this ain't working properly. The amount of times that's happened is quite minimal, really. So we've done really well with it, which I'm quite happy about. She's just trying to get as much stock as she can. What are you cleaning them with? What are you giving them with? Because you have to give them a going over. And I do know somebody that uses bicarbonate of soda, but I missed that one, Chris. Sorry. I do know somebody that uses bicarbonate of soda, and it's Robbins. Excellent. Yes, glad you've popped in. Don't forget, I'll go over in a second. Stay there. Just to finish that one off. Yeah, he uses bicarbonate of soda, and he got a terrible coin up, and he got it up. Spanking. Beautiful. That was a 50p. And that was in a condition that I thought there's no way you're going to get that up. And he got it up, spanking, he did. Got rid of all the horrible stuff on it, and yeah, it worked. So so it's important. I mean, people like, you know, Nanny Sue, any of you, you come up, you have an issue with it. We want you to let us know, because if you let us know, then Chris can look into it and try and do whatever's necessary to make sure that someone else doesn't have the same problem. So we don't consider it a complaint, but I was from a point of view of going, you know, glitches, complaints is working really nice. So anyway, S. Robbins, you've got £250 to spend. So what you have to do is you go over to our eBay shop, the shop that we're using for our eBay stuff at the moment. Anything that's on there, you can buy it. And so what you do is, say you see something on there for 100 quid, I owe you 250. So you put an offer in for £1. You paid £1, there's no postage to pay. And you put an offer in for £1, I accept it, and that's 100 quid off the bill. So now you've got 150 quid left. Say you want something for 50 quid. Then you put an offer in for £1 and put a message in every time, so I know it's you and I know what bill it's coming off. And then that's another 50 quid off the bill. So now you've got 100 quid left. Say you want something for 150, but you've only got 100 quid left. Well, then you would put an offer in of 50 quid, taking into account all the time what it is that I owe you until we're even again. Got me? And it is much better to deal with it, if you can, by WhatsApp with me, so that we can keep the conversation going between us, and we're working down off the amount of money that you've got to spend. That's all in front of me. So is that all right? You got all that? So that's what you have to do. You have to go and you pick your own stuff. You know, when we first started doing it, I was going to start putting parcels together, but the problem with that is, even though I think I'm really good at putting parcels together, the problem with that is you are always going to put a parcel together for someone that is not going to be happy with what you've done. This way, you get to choose the contents of your parcel. You know, and I've found that that's much better. So that's how you spend it. That's how you spend your 250 quid. If there was something on there now for 250 quid exactly, then you could offer £1 for it and you could get it. You got me? If you wanted something that's priced at 300 quid, then you offer 50 quid because I owe you 250. Okay, cool. There'll be another customer satisfied. That will be. So I think what we're probably doing is our shows are more going to become now less probably, I don't know what it was, and more about the draws. Because as the month goes on, we're going to start getting lots and lots and lots and lots of draws finishing. And so we're going to come on the show and we'll probably be doing, I don't know, 10 draws or something, or 6 draws from time to time. So, but I don't mind that. I don't mind that the show coming into that because it's, you know, it's all working and it's bringing in income, which is what we need. There are more work for Chris, yeah. Sorry, Chris. There are more shares available. We've not completely sold out yet. I would like to sell out so that I can play around with the next one and play around with the pricing on the next one. For those people that are owed money, yes, you can buy shares. Same thing. A few people have done that, and I don't mind you doing that. For anybody that wants to have that deal where if you buy 6, you'll get an extra one free, then I need the cash in the bank by midnight tonight for that to happen. So anybody else that wants to have done a couple of those, anybody else that wants to do that one, then text me or message me and let me know. Javid found a coin. Hello, mate. How you doing? And there we are. So that's that. Look at that. Nearly an hour's flown by. That buzzing. Someone's using something in the garden. What else have we got to talk about? What else have I got to tell you? I have loads to tell you before I come on, and then I sometimes have a mind blank. I ain't done no subliminals today. I ain't had no cup of coffee, nothing. Poor old Ian, I bet he's feeling right left out. We couldn't have a chat. We couldn't do that, could we? Couldn't have our little chatty poos. If there is a coin out there that you want and you want me to put in the raffle, then let me know. And it would be good to have a link to the coin in case I haven't got the coin and I have to go and buy the coin. But I don't mind going and buying the coin for the raffle because they will return me more than what it costs, and I'm only buying one at a time or 2 at a time. So yeah, so we've got more coins coming up in the raffle. I'm still looking for more £2 and 50p. And again, you get if you're going to spend the money in the shop, you get £1 each for the 50p and £4 each for the £2. Failing that, we've mentioned the shares. I can't tell you how many are sold. I didn't have the figures when I came on. I know that changechecker.org on eBay, I think there's only 8 left. I don't know how many there is of changechecker.org left on PayHip. Concord or cricket sets? Are they 50p ones, Nanny? Concord and cricket sets? If you want to send me a link to those two, I will look at them. And okay, cool. Send me a link to them then, darling, and I will have a look at them, and we'll see if we can't get a set of each one in the raffle. If there's anything you want putting in the raffle, I'll find it and put it in. The only thing I can't put in the raffle is the Kew Gardens. I can't do that because I know I'm not totally clear of everybody. Even with the deals I've been doing, I'm not totally clear of everybody. So it would be so wrong if I went out and bought one of those and put it in a raffle. But it would be a good one to have in a raffle. Territory ones. Yeah, probably Jersey, Guernsey, Isle of Man or something. Isle of Man Xmas 50p's. Yeah, again, you know, send me the link to it, Angela, and I will have a look and potentially buy one, put it in the raffle. This is going to help me because each time I buy a coin to put it in the raffle, I buy two. So what you're doing is, yes, you're sending me a link to the one that you want me to put in the raffle, but that's doing me a favour because the other, it means that I haven't got to search for that link for one for myself. So, you know, you're just doing all the work for me, which is an honest way of putting it. But you show me, give me the link, and I will get one and put it in. I'm going to be giving Chris a load of photographs of these Canadian silver proofs, so one of those are going to be going up every day. And then what we'll do is, when I buy the coins to put them in, what we want is a package one. We want a bunch one, something like that. We don't want we don't want a second-hand one. Don't really want to be putting second-hand coins in the raffle, I don't think. I've got a couple in there. I'll tell you what there is in the raffle, if you haven't got it, is there's an Irish 1982. And that is quite a rare coin. And what makes it quite a rare coin is because nobody knows the mintage of it. It was minted, they started minting it in 1981, at the end of 1981. They were, no, sorry. At the beginning of 1982, they were still minting 1981. So they were making 50p's in 1982, but they were stamping it with a date of 1981. And then they changed the date and they started stamping it 1982. Then towards the end of the year, they changed the date again and they started minting 1983s before 1982 finished. So there's only a small period in 1982 where they actually minted 1982 coins. So it's a very hard to get hold of 50p, that is. You'll find it a lot easier to get hold of all the other years of the Irish 50p, except that one. It's a very hard to get hold of. And my valuation on that is somewhere in the region of about 70 quid. Is what I think it's worth. And I've actually sold it at 75 quid, I think. That was my valuation on it, 75 quid. I mean, I'd valued it at more and then I put it down, sold it at 75 quid. But anyway, it is a good one to get. And most of you, nearly all of you watching me right now that collect 50p's have not got that one in your collection. It's just one that you've not been able to get. That's why you can't get it, because it's hard to get. So we've got one of those up in the raffle. That's a circulated version. But on the whole, I'm going to try and stick to packaged and bunts and things like that. Unless it happens to be a super rare one. And I will put up a Kew Gardens 2009 once I don't owe anybody. Otherwise, that's just going to have to be the one that I just don't put up. But anyway, so that's, like I say, that's a good one to have a go for. Yeah, Popcorn says he ain't got it. So I bet, I doubt very many of you have actually got, even though you collect 50p's, that you've got a 1982 Ireland. You know, have you got one, Scott? There's an interesting question, because you've got virtually every 50p that's been made. So, and some of them are nice. It's got a harp on it. It's the one with a harp on one side and the bird on the other. That's the picture that's on it. Those Irish 50p's, although they don't look that, there's something plain about the Irish 50p, the old harp and the bird and all of that, but at the same time, it's quite defined and it sticks out. But you imagine that in colour. Wouldn't that look beautiful, that coin? Completely different, a lovely coin. Ordered my Kew Garden 2019, as you did know it. I'm fuming £2. Hope to get it in next week. Cool. Have you got one of those in your collection, Javid? 1982 Ireland 50p? Irish 1p's and euros. See, they did, there's quite a few, right up until 19, whenever they joined the euro. Ian Glenn, Ian Glenn, Ian Glenn. Yeah, we'll be having a chat one day, won't we? Mr. Ian Glenn will be having a chat with us one day. It's unavoidable. I was saying that on the video I put up about the silver proofs. It's unavoidable because the whole idea now is to take thousands upon hundreds of thousands of traffic. Traffic that they only got because they were lazy. Lazy and tight is the only reason they got the traffic. So now I'm not lazy and I'm not tight and I'm going for that traffic. That traffic is slowly starting to come our way. But in order for it to come our way and take proper advantage of it, you've got to build an individual site. So work has to be done, and that work can only be done from the money from selling the shares, obviously. I'm not giving away any trade secrets there. So what we have is Ian Glenn and the Royal Mint. We know they watch the videos. Most of us that are regulars, you regulars of, you know they watch the videos. And so what you've got is you've got them sitting there literally thinking, I hope he don't sell no shares. I hope he don't sell enough shares. If he keeps selling them shares, we're buggered. So I've got to keep selling those shares. Work gets done on each individual site. Work was going to be done on the first one that will have the work done on it will be changechecker.com because that was the first one to sell out. So there will be work come on that and it will be like a standalone site. And there's no reason why they can't all be individual standalone sites. We have an awful lot of news and articles relating to the Royal Mint that can go on royalmint.news site, make that a standalone site. And we have an awful lot of TV about the Royal Mint that can go on royalmint.tv, so make that a standalone site. And each one becomes a standalone site. Each one then appears in the rankings when people search Royal Mint, when people search Change Checker, depending on what other bits and bobs they put in that search parameter and end up at our store. When they've had enough of that and it's cost them enough money, because the only countermeasures they can put against that are to up their advertising with Google, make their words more secure, spend more money. And no matter what they do, they've got to spend money. Okay, Lorna, see you later. No matter what they do, they've got to spend money. So we make it so that they have no choice but to sit down round a table, a bit like kettling. If any of you understand what kettling is when you see these demonstrators and they're in town and, you know, in the middle of London there, and they're all demonstrating and you've got the police on horseback. And suddenly you notice that the police have got them all boxed in. They can't get out. There's no alleyway. There's no way through. They're just boxed in. And you've got the police on the end of the street. That's called kettling. It's illegal in this country. It's called kettling. But they still do it. It's illegal. So kettling is essentially what a sheepdog does. It just herds them in. It just herds them in so there's nowhere for them to go. And that's what we're doing with the domains. We're giving them the same treatment they gave me, and we're herding them in. So you've got nowhere to go, Ian Glenn, Royal Mint, Chris Hinson, Martin McDade. You've got nowhere to go. You will have to sit round the table. Or I just get louder and louder and louder and louder. We build more and more and more and more websites, and then we tell more and more and more and more people. And then one day when they, you know, eventually, again, they will have to sit around the table if they want to get rid of all that. Fine. Life ain't worth living again, there's something to fight about. Okay, we're 5 minutes over time. I hope I've given you value for money for today. I hope I've given you interesting information and insight. I hope I've helped you understand the problems of the entire world. And I hope I've explained the theory of everything. So now that you are understanding everything as much as I understand everything, which we could probably write on the back of a postage stamp, for all I understand. Okay, thanks very much. Thank you for being there. Thanks for popping in. Thanks for the support. Get in there and get some raffle tickets. If you ain't had the free ones, go in and have every single one for free. And give us a few quid while you're there. And have a couple more shares. I'd like to see a couple of dozen shares go in the next couple of days. That would do me some more. All right then, thanks a lot. Bye for now.
Hey now, take a step outside and seize the day now. Set aside your worries, it's okay now. The sun is here to stay.